I'm down to my last roll of labels on my Dymo 4XL printer, and the labels that I normally order were out of stock. So I decided to give these Anylabel 4x6 labels a shot. I print a lot of shipping labels, and I can't get caught without any labels. So I decided to give these Anylabel 4x6 labels a shot and see how well they perform compared to my current labels. So I printed a test page on my current labels, and I'm going to go print a test page using these Anylabel labels and see how well they perform. I'm also going to check and see how well they stick compared to the current labels that I have. So the first thing to note about these labels is they do have the notch that you need for the Dymo 4XL printer. It uses this little notch to know where to stop after it's printed a label. Without this, it will print your label and then it'll start running continuously, feeding labels at you like Lucy at the chocolate factory, and that's bad. So it's good that this has this, and this is going to work perfectly in my 4XL printer. Okay, I have printed my test label using the new labels, and I've got my test label for the old labels here as well. I'm also going to do an adherence test on my craft mailers as well as a corrugated cardboard box. The first thing I noticed is that the first label on the roll was kind of a burner label. It is not a full-size label. I'm not really mad about that. It's just not something that my old labels had, so just something to note. Okay, here we go. Let's see what the difference is between the two labels. The old label, the new label, actually, the printing is a little bit darker on the new label, and I mean, my eyes are a little bit bad, but I think there might actually be a little bit more detail in the gradient on the new label. So that's actually a tick in the win column for the new label. So that's awesome. As long as these pass the adherence test, these are my new labels. So let's give that adherence test a try right now. This is the new label on my craft mailers. Now, usually with the old labels I have, when I stick these on, I can still pull them off if I'm careful for at least a few minutes before the stickiness is kind of permanent. And the old ones, when I do peel them off, yeah, just like this one, it does take the label with. Actually, these are adhering much stronger than my old labels. I do not have that same window of peeling the label off that I had before. That's not a bad thing, because while it's been convenient for me to be able to pull the label off if I realized I've stuck it on the wrong size envelope out of habit, I would actually rather have a label that sticks better than a label that I can pull off for a short period of time. So actually very impressed with that. Adhesive. Yeah, I mean, maybe if I warmed it up with something like a hairdryer or a heat gun, I might be able to pull it off and still use that label, but I'm going to call that a second win for the new labels. Let's try the new labels with a cardboard box. All right, that is the new label. That's the old label. This is a cardboard box. And as long as this sticks the same way on the cardboard box, we've got a winner here. So, all right, putting it on, boom. Not letting it sit. I just put it on the same way I normally put them on. This is a winner. My old labels, I've always been just a little bit worried that the label might come off in handling through the post office or UPS. I can get this off, but not with anything like the ease that my old labels came off with. So this is a win. These are my new labels, the Anylabel 4x6 labels for the Dymo XL printer. I'm impressed with these and I would recommend them. So I hope this helps.